Well, here's what happened at the opening World Championship race in Sevlievo, Bulgaria. In race number 1, it was a win for Sevlievo from Chiara Fontanesi, and Larissa Pampamaya was third. Ashley Firelek was fourth. But in race number 2, Sevlievo on the Red Bull KTM got off to a perfect start here and continued as she meant to have gone on, and got in front and was unchallenged pretty much all weekend. Firelek, number 67 on the LS Motors Honda, and number 8, Chiara Fontanesi. They challenged for second and third position, but eventually the Italian went through on the Yamaha. But Sevlievo, though, she was the one that was out in front. Livia Lancelo, after a 6th position in race 1 the day before, she made a mistake on the start and eventually worked her way back up to 4th. But it was a win for Sevlievo, and she wins the championship round. Second race of the day was the MX2 race 1, and it was a good start for Jeffrey Hurlings, the young 15-year-old on the Red Bull KTM, and his teammate Marvin Muscan, but also Ken Roxon was in there. And the first 3 riders, number 111 Hurlings won the championship leader. Marvin Muscan and 94 Ken Roxon were challenging early on, but eventually things settled down, and it was Marvin Muscan who led. And number 94, Ken Roxon on the Tekka Suzuki, they were the challengers. Eventually, number 183, Stephen Frossard, after making a mistake, he found his way up into the order and managed to finish there in 3rd position. But it was a win for Marvin Muscan. MX1 race 1, and the big boys were going at it, and it was a chance to see the 350 KTM of Tony Cairoli, the defending champion, up against the might of the 450 machines. But it was his teammate, number 2, Max Nagel, who got off to a flying start and eventually would go on unchallenged. David Philippart started well, so too did Clement de Sal on the Tekka Suzuki. But up front, it was all about that man there, number 2, Max Nagel. David Philippart on the Monster Energy Yamaha rode a good race to eventually finish in 2nd ahead of the number 25 Tekka Suzuki of Clement de Sal. Last year, of course, he rode for Honda, but it was a win for Max Nagel. MX2 race 2, and once again, Ken Roxon, number 94 on that Tekka Suzuki, looked like he made a good start, but he got squeezed going through turn 1, held it nice and tight, but came out in 2nd position behind Jeffrey Hurlings. But no sooner had that happened than was Ken Roxon ahead, and so too was Marvin Muscan. But Roxon made a mistake and would fall out of the lead and would have to do it all again. Eventually he found a way back past Jeffrey Hurlings that he had done on the first lap, but by then it was too late, and Marvin Muscan was too far gone and was way down the track. Hurlings, though, was having a great ride, but it was the winner here, number 1 defending champion Marvin Muscan. And in the final race of the day, MX1 race 2, Max Nagel got off to a good start. His teammate Tony Cairoli was buried down in the pack as he entered the first turn, but eventually he came out in 3rd position behind David Philippart's there, number 19 on the Monster Energy Yamaha. 4th, a little bit further back, was Clement de Sal, but then soon enough Tony Cairoli found a way around the outside of his Italian fellow countryman and was up into 2nd position. Davide Guarneri on the LS Motors Honda was challenging for 6th position with number 10 Anthony Boissiere on the TM. But then Boissiere would make a mistake, just like Max Nagel did then. He got hung up behind a back marker in the closing stage of the race, and that was enough for Tony Cairoli to make a move around the outside. The battle for 3rd went all the way down to the wire between the teammates on the Suzukis, Steve Ramon and de Sal, but it was Ramon who came out on top.